This is my review for Respect, the movie about Aretha Franklin, a biopic. Uh, we've been waiting a long time for this movie. It was supposed to come out last year, I think, and then COVID, and then I think it was supposed to come out early this year. Then they pushed it back, and it finally comes out. This pre-shows this Thursday, and then Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th it comes out alongside Free Guy and Don't Breathe 2. Respect stars Jennifer Hudson. As you all know and love, Aretha Franklin chose her to play her in the movie, and I can see why. She did amazing in the performance, and I don't think I could imagine anybody else doing that. I don't want to say her name wrong. The movie is directed by Liesl Tommy. She actually has only directed TV shows, like one episode of Insecure, Jessica Jones, an episode of Walking Dead. So for someone who's only directed a few episodes of different shows to do, it was another show about Dolly Parton as well, for her to do a whole movie, and the way that she did this movie, I would have never suspected it. So definitely props to her. The movie also stars Forrest Whitaker as C.L. Franklin, her dad. We have Mary J. Blige in the movie, who plays Dinah Washington. We have her mother, I want to say, because some of these people look really young, but in the movie you can tell they were. But Barbara Franklin, Audra McDonald plays her. Saquon Singblow, I'm sorry I said that wrong. Irma Franklin, who's her sister, and then we have Haley Kilgore, who plays Carolyn Franklin, Brenda Nicole Moore, who plays Brenda Franklin. A lot of these people are young. She has two sisters for sure that I know, and Marlon Wayans plays Ted White. Marlon Wayans did a phenomenal job. For someone, if you know me, I watch Wayans Brothers all the time. I love Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans, Damon, all of them. But Wayans Brothers is one of my favorite shows, and I don't watch everything he's in because some of his stuff is stuff I just haven't watched yet. But I do love him as a comedian and an actor, comedian in like shows and movies and things like that. But he did a phenomenal job being in a role, like a drama role, and being the character that he played. Man, I was mad at Marlon. I'm like, you can't be doing this good playing this character. Mark Maron's in here as well, another comedian that I like. He plays Jerry Wexler. Titus Burgess plays Reverend Dr. James Cleveland. He did a phenomenal job as well. Kimberly Scott plays the grandmother, which is Forrest Whitaker's mother in the movie. We also have Tate Donovan, who plays John Hammond. Albert Jones, who plays Ken Cunningham. Did an amazing job. We have Mick Watford, I think, who plays Rick Hall. And then we have Gilbert Glenn Brown, who plays Martin Luther King. Alec Barnes, who plays Jimmy Johnson. And there's one more person that I saw. Oh yeah, Lodrick D. Collins, who plays Smokey Robinson. And I was trying to think of who he was the whole time. And then we have Kelvin Hare, who plays Sam Cooke. Now, as you know, you don't know this, but I love music. I love movies about people, mainly musicians and stuff. I watch a lot of Unsung in my years. I watch a lot of, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Temptations biopic. I love The Rocket Man. So I love movies about people's lives, seeing what they went through, the good, the bad, the negative, people who had positive and negative influences on their life. This movie did a lot of that. Respect definitely did that very well. I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, they're gonna, every movie you see, oh, they're gonna paint it as the same. No, I like when they show the rawness of the person and show the negative and the positive aspects of their life. For me, this movie, it is a pretty long movie. For some people, I would say it's 2 hours, 25 minutes. For me, I had no problem with it. I enjoyed it all the way through. I enjoyed the way they told the story. There are some parts that they kind of skip. They show some things with her childhood, and they kind of skip to other things. They probably could have shown more. I don't know much about her. I'm more of a, I listen to a lot of old music, but I didn't listen to Aretha Franklin that much. I was more of a listening to like Anita Baker and things like that. I can name all day. But shout out to Kev on stage while wearing the Tony Baker shirt, but still. Yeah. I listen to Anita Baker way more than I listen to Aretha Franklin. But I'm not saying like she's better in my eyes. That's what I listen to. But I didn't remember most of these songs were by Aretha. So I'm like, okay, I can see why she's the first woman inducted to the Hall of Fame and all these different accolades that she has. Like, it makes sense. And so this movie, I will say this. The negative aspect, I kind of won't really get into it because I feel like it makes up for it. Even though I feel like they skipped some parts that I wanted to know more about, and there was parts of her life that I wanted to know more about, and how there's just things they could have added, but people aren't going to go to theaters to watch a movie. Like the Temptations movie was like a TV series movie. It was 4 hours long. It explained a lot. It makes sense because it's 4 hours. Liza Tommy, no, in this day and age, they're not going to give you 4 hours to tell a movie in theaters, let alone 3 is pushing it. So for what she did in 2 hours and 25 minutes, and the way that, if you pay attention to the movie, her childhood and a lot of things that they show add up in the end of the movie, especially at the very end, but there's a lot of things that you see that add up, and there's a lot of recurring themes. There's a lot of things that she struggled with that can be very relatable. And one thing I hated while watching the movie, but it came to love towards the end and while she was making certain songs, which was some of the things she was going through in her life. She would sing about it and make songs about it, but she wouldn't really live it. And you kind of notice in the way they played it is she really did struggle and she was trying to get past it. And once she did, and it was worth it. And I'm not going to spoil it, but as you know, if you're a Aretha Franklin fan, they're going to tell you at the movie, throughout the movie and the end of the movie, why certain things were the way they were, why she never got over certain things. But I definitely loved the film. I loved it. I feel like they did an amazing job. It's short of a masterpiece, but that's only because if they would have had 3 or 4 hours, they could have did like everything. But saying that it's not, it's an extremely well done movie, especially for what she's done before. To see her do a movie this well, phenomenal. I enjoyed the movie. I loved the performances. I loved everything about it. You should definitely go see Respect. If you have any respect for music or artists or film, you need to see it.